troviamo in località Pasadena, sita in Los Angeles, nella casa di uno dei famosi direttori della fotografia di Los Angeles, vincitore di uno degli Academy Awards nel 2001. Ve lo presento, il suo nome è Blake Jackson e sua moglie Joyce Di Vito Jackson. Dunque, piacere, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Welcome. Okay, this is an interview for my work in Italy. My work in a Cinemonitor website, and I work for Roberto Faenza. He's a famous director in Italy.
Yes, of course.
Yes, do you know?
Yes.
Okay. Ciao Roberto. And now we have to ask some questions to you. You are a famous person. You are an important person. Okay. So, Blake, what was your major in the college, and where did you make it?
For college, my major was theater, and I didn't plan on working in theater after I was almost about to graduate. I realized I wanted to work in film.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked as an art director until 1988, when the writers went on strike, and that put everybody out of business for a while. So I applied and I went to USC Film School, and that's where I really specialized in cinematography. So,
And that's where we met.
Ah,
so
finally.
graduated from USC in '91 and worked as a DP ever since. So, cinematographer, director, photographer.
When did you start to study?
In 1984, I was going to college for theater, and a master carpenter in the theater department who used to be a camera operator got me interested in it. So I started studying on my own then.
At what age did you start filmmaking?
Probably about 18. I didn't have the Super 8 camera when I was a kid, so the first project I did before I graduated from college was a video project I shot, kind of fun to start. My first job out of college, I shot some public service announcements for the New Orleans Police Department before the World's Fair, which those weren't very good either, but
So, young. 18, young.
Yeah, but I know filmmakers who started when they were, 8, 9, 10 years old.
Yes?
Yeah, as soon as they got their hands on Super 8 cameras, they were shooting.
So.
Wasted a lot of film, but they learned.
Blake, there were any other filmmakers or artists in your family before you?
No, there weren't.
No.
I was the first one.
You was the first. Yes.
Special.
I was the first one to take a risk on it. Yeah.
What was your initial goal when you started in filmmaking?
When I first started, well, before I went to film school, I was an art director because my undergraduate degree was in set design. So I started working as an art director out of college. But then when I went to USC, initially I wanted to be a director, and that ended pretty quick. Oh no, I decided I liked being a cinematographer more than I liked being a director. So I enjoyed that more.
Why are you interested in that?
That's a good question. Predominantly I like the technical side, and solving technical problems is more interesting to me than solving ethereal actorial and story issues. They have their corollary in on the cinematography side, story issues as far as picture is concerned, but I preferred it on the picture side as opposed to on the directing side. So I enjoyed that more. I guess maybe I'm a techno nerd.
Blake, which directors did you work with?
Well, I worked on Gods and Monsters. I'm really bad with names. So, I mean, I've worked with some...
One. Only one.
Ray McKenna.
Ray McKinnon, yeah, who directed The Accountant. And Mario Pellegrini, who was the only Italian.
Italian. Yes.
He's an Italian-American.
Can you tell us your best moment in your career?
Yes.
Thank you.
Best moment in my career? Well, winning the Academy Award was pretty good. But I was outside having to smoke, so I kind of missed it. I have 4 phone lines, 2 cell phones and 2 main lines for the house. All 4 of them are with ringing, so I was answering, saying thank you, and hanging up, and they were ringing again. My friend that I went to film school with, Jim Sweeney, called me, and he was crying. And he was going, Blake, do you know what just happened? And I said, yeah, Jim, I know. We just won the Academy Award. He goes, 3 billion people just heard your name. And he was, he was so happy for me. And I was like, I can't take this much happiness. I gotta hang up, Jim. I can't. It was like crying on the other end of the phone as soon as I got off the phone with him and thanked him profusely, and it kept ringing all night long. And I think it rang till about 4 in the morning. We had people calling in, had people from the East Coast calling, my family was calling, and everybody I'd ever known. From high school I had people calling me. I don't know how they found my number then, but now that I had an Oscar, they were calling me now. I guess they must have found my sister and called her, got my phone number here. It was fun. It was a very rewarding evening for the whole. Glad I was here for the phone. If I'd been at the Oscars, I would never have gotten those phone calls. So. In this industry, it's the greatest honor you can get. There's nothing
Yes.
beyond it. I mean, so there you go.
Okay.
So I was told, okay, now you can retire because you're not going to get, it doesn't get any better from here. No, you can't really. You got to keep trying to work. But of course, then if you strive for getting it again, then it's kind of a waste of time. I think you just keep trying to do good work, and then if you're lucky, you get it.